Good afternoon. It is Thursday, October 22nd, and this is going to be the general reading for the collective. I am doing these in the afternoon only because I've found with my kiddo being home from school, it's hard to do anything on video because our space is still, it's small, so she's in her class, and therefore, she doesn't want her mom in the background doing a tarot card reading while she's trying to talk to her classmates. So school is over, and actually this is a lovely time because I feel like I'm wrapping up the day. Emails, for the most part, have been taken care of. Books have been shipped. Dogs have been walked. Our dog has been walked, rather. So let's get together and see what the cards bring to us this afternoon. And bear with me, I am not sick, but I am definitely dealing with some congestion. So I know something is blooming right now. Let's see here. Okay, so this is my latest deck. This is the Guardian of the Night, and I just want to say it does shuffle like a freaking dream. I love decks that shuffle, like where it goes swoosh. Oops, as I throw cards around. Swoosh. Okay, let's see here. The first card is going to be the energy that we are working with today, energy that's available to us. Here we have the lovely Seven of Pentacles. And so here you'll see the spider is looking at her work. She's looking at areas where perhaps she left some gaps. She's looking for areas that can be filled in, perhaps. She's looking at where she's found success too. And she's really taking this time to kind of reevaluate. I understand this energy. This is a wonderful energy to be in because this is where you kind of take a step back, and with it being Mercury retrograde, it's probably not such a bad idea to kind of take some time to analyze your situation, look over all the details, look over what's working, what's not working. I can't remember where this came. Oh, you know what? It was from a book on Stoicism. And the message was basically that when you consider the universe, right, from the dawn of time to what will be perhaps the end of time, our life in that span is just a blip. It's this minuscule amount of time. And yet we create all these burdens and troubles for ourselves, right? And yet we're only on this planet for just this like little hiccup of a time. So the message here is to try to bring as much joy, try to bring as much peace and harmony as you can, because you're not here on this wonderful planet that long. And so this is a good time to kind of go through and evaluate areas where you can perhaps shed things that aren't working, right? Or perhaps see areas in your life where you're missing an opportunity for happiness. Go back through and evaluate. So let's see what external influence. This is something that we have no control over. It's just going to pop on up in our life. I like to equate it to the unexpected house guest. You know, that person who you never know when they show up, who's going to be at your door. Could be your new best friend. Could be somebody who just comes in and mucks up the rug. So let's see here. And so we have the Chariot. So something is going to drive you forward. So when you get that insight here, when you get that clarity, when you go back through and you're like, yes, this is the area that I need to work on. This is that space that needs some attention, right? You've already laid this groundwork for success. You've already invested in yourself, right? Now here comes this Chariot and this honey badger. Oh my God. this, you know, that meme, like the honey badger doesn't quit, the honey badger doesn't care. I think it's the honey badger doesn't give an F, you know. That is what you're going to have here. And when this creature sets its sight on something, it could have a ton of distractions all around it, but it gets the one it wants. And so here we have this energy of the chariot coming to us. So this could be a situation. It could be somebody who sparks that drive within you, somebody who gives you the confidence to go in here and fill in these gaps. It could be somebody who gives you the confidence to cut loose perhaps things that aren't working. So pay attention, you know, you're going to start feeling that energy, and you'll know it when it comes in. Oh, Lordy, you know, you'll feel that presence of the badger, that honey badger coming up. You'll feel your claws start to grow as you cut through all the minutia that may have been holding you back. So yeah, I'm digging this chariot coming up right now. Next, we have the obstacle. This is where we may be creating stresses for ourselves. I don't know about you, but I am my worst enemy. My inner saboteur loves to come in and hose things up just as they're getting good. So let's see what obstacle energy we're working with. What's going to come up, and you know, and not all obstacles are bad. We grow from experience. So sometimes, you know, an obstacle, you can look at it as an opportunity to gain wisdom. It's a lesson that we may be needing. Oops. And here we have the Knight of Cups. So this beautiful swan, you can see he's so graceful, and just the feathers are so very lush, you know, and his presence is, he's very striking. The Knight of Cups, I mean, you know, interesting, because we had the Knight yesterday. Which one did we have? Oh, now I can't remember. Well, I mean, gosh, there's only 4, right? It was the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Here we have this Knight of Cups showing up in the same spot. So there's this Knight energy. There's that duality coming in where, you know, in this case, it's that feeling love, being in love, feeling just so enthralled and just almost like a romanticized vision for what you're working on. But there's also that flaky side too, right? There's that side that isn't very committed, that side that is moody and brutish if things don't go right. So you may be contending with a lot of emotions where you kind of feel like, you know, you're hot and you're cold, you know, it's like that, you just, it's almost like you're, it's almost like your emotions are almost menopausal, you know, like where you're like, you just don't know which way is up at this point. You're like, you're running hot one moment, you're running cold towards a situation another. And that can cause some, you know, instability. It can cause you to feel unable to ground yourself and focus on what needs to be done, because you're in this, you know, like you're loving something, and then just as it starts to get good, you kind of dial it back, right? And that's that energy of the Knight. The Knight is a romantic, but he's not a committer. You know, he's the person who will promise you roses, you know, if, oh, marry me, and I'll bring you flowers every day. And about 2 weeks in, you know, he's laying on the couch, you know, eating all the ice cream and not bringing you flowers. So, and then getting moody because, you know, you want to watch your show or whatever. So here we're contending with this sort of hot, cold energy, with this, you know, fire's full, you know, the burners are on full high, you know, on high speed here, and yet then at the same time they're not always running as they should. So let's see what wisdom comes through. Excuse me. And I think figuring out how to find harmony with this Knight of Cups is going to be central, because you do have this charging energy coming towards us with this Chariot. And if you don't know exactly where you're going, if you're hot one minute and cold the next, it's going to throw a wrench in this chariot. It's going to perhaps, cause this energy to weaken. So let's see what we get for wisdom. The Magician. I love this. Look at all this. Oh, goodness. Okay. So the wisdom here we get with the Magician is to take action. Take action. I mean, you are the one who is controlling this. You are the one who is empowered, to create the spells that you want, to put things into place, to arrange all of your resources, to know what you have available to you. This is your life. This is your opportunity to bring into this world that which you desire. And so the wisdom here with this Magician is think like a raccoon, I mean, the raccoon like a badger, it doesn't give up because somebody said so. It will find a way to open a lid. It will find a way to open a door. It will find a way to get what it wants. It uses its talents. It uses its creative mind. It uses that passion it has for whatever it is it desires to get what it wants. It's very logical as well. The raccoon is one very smart creature. And they're also cute, but they're not about to be deterred because somebody throws up an obstacle for them. So, for the swan energy here, you may want to think about the gracefulness of swans. Think about how they tread the water, how they work or how they swim, how they are this balanced energy. Definitely harness the honey badger here when you need to get going, when you need to move full throttle, when you need to move ahead without compromise. And of course, we have this beautiful spider, and the spider, she is a symbolism of creativity. She's a symbolism of motherhood, and she brings things to life. Right here with these webs, you are the one who's spinning these webs. You are the one who's creating your life, your passion. You're the one who's setting out the traps to get what you want. So take this time to evaluate those. Know that something's coming that's going to push you ahead, but be aware of this tendency that you may have to put the brakes on things just as they're starting to get good, just when you're being called to commit to something. Just be aware that that is going to be an internal obstacle, and that we have within us, all of us have the Magician energy within us. And that is about creating the life that you want, putting it into action, being confident in your spell work, being confident that you know that you can. That's the most important thing, that you can achieve your dream, but you have to put the work in. The Magician is definitely no sitting on the couch and hoping things fall into his lap. This is somebody who gets up, pulls his resources together, and gets to work. So, just out of curiosity, I am going to pull a card from the Urban Crow deck and see what insight that brings to today's energy. And this isn't the finished deck. That won't be until December. Trust me, I'm anxious on this one too. Ooh, Lordy. Curiosity. Interesting. So the crows bring us a message to get curious. There's a door opening. We're going to be made to feel welcome. Take that space right here and walk through. Explore the room. Explore what resources, what treasures there are. Other people may be comfortable sitting, holding back, not really taking any risks. Let your curious mind come through. Do the research. Okay, that is, oops, here, I'll put that up there. That is the reading for today. Again, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Knight of Cups, the Magician, and from the Urban Crow, the Curiosity card. Much, much love to all of you, and I hope you're having a beautiful afternoon. Peace. Bye.